If you think a normal person would faint, you're naive. He went to the second floor to get goods and asked how much. Amazingly, little yellow hair suddenly jumped out to grab the medicine, shouting this, it's too crazy. And in the next second, a Ying and Pintu scattered and ran like characters from a movie. The other pulled out a dagger, causing panic and attacks. Little yellow hair was knocked down by the lurking captain just outside. A Ying took advantage of the chaos and escaped, just as Jiang knocked Pintu down. Jiang thought to himself, oh my, that syringe can't be found by others, or I'll be in jail. Downstairs, Book Xiao Jing picked up the spatial unit and gave Jiang a knowing look, saying, the game isn't over yet. Pintu was dragged into the interrogation room. Everyone knew he was seizing the goods were in the car, registered under another's name. If caught, just say the car isn't his, and he might wiggle his way out of his sentence. Xiao Jin discovered that the car was registered under a gang boss name, who had just been released from prison and was running a debt collection business. The captain kept bringing up that syringe, and they searched the site for ages but found nothing. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Jiang started making excuses while pinning Xiao Jin against the wall, asking what his deal was. Xiao Jin confessed that he knew Jiang had a taste for trouble. Xiao Jin said he figured Jiang must have been framed when he saw him on the ground, so he deleted the surveillance footage. Jiang nodded skeptically and told Xiao Jin to check on that gang boss address, thinking, this can't be easy. The next day at noon, Yuncong was kidnapped, and Jiang was worried due to a mysterious message. He received a message from the same number about a hospital error last year that led to a patient's demise. There must be an issue with the Yuncong hospital. Meanwhile, Xian Yu got a mysterious call from the number belonging to his uncle John Rui, who they last said had passed away. He felt anxious, pressed the listening button, but only heard silence, and the call dropped. What a shocker. Suddenly, Xian Yu remembered he had helped John Rui deliver medicine, so he rode over to the place he'd been to last time. He saw Fat Tiger driving out from the factory, and Xian Yu thought, where is this guy headed? Despite Fat Tiger being all carefree, his car drove into Yuncong Hospital, and everyone rushed into the director's office in an instant. Yuncong shouted at Fat Tiger, asking what he was up to, and Fat Tiger ripped up Yuncong's documents and smashed the computer to pieces. Jiang and Xiao Jin arrived at the straw company, and the former gang boss was surprisingly nice, almost like he had a change of heart. Jiang got straight to the point, saying, you can't say those drugs in your car are mine. The straw boss went pale at this. He swore he would never go back to prison and would only engage in honest business. The most he would do is splash some red paint at other people's doors and block their locks. Xu Song suddenly stormed into the Jingxin Group building. He had just received an urgent call from Xian Yu. The goddess Yuncong had been kidnapped. He leaped over the barriers without a second thought and just caught sight of Yuncong coming out. He was secretly delighted. They headed to a barbecue place where Yuncong recounted the dramatic tale, and shockingly, Fat Tiger didn't even get rough. Fat Tiger actually pleaded with him not to meddle, stating they were all classmates, and it was a crucial time to turn the business around. Fat Tiger tossed over 2 envelopes, and when Yuncong opened one, it was packed with a whole lot of cash. The other held photos of him extorting others. No wonder Fat Tiger hoped he'd just fork over the cash. When Zhangju woke up, he saw his father. The old president was utterly disappointed in him. He had a fit of fantasy on stage. How would the shareholders react to that? The old president tossed him a plane ticket, ordering him to head to ugly country and never come back. Zhangju pleaded for another chance to convince Mayor and Zin to push the B5 project. The old president considered it and finally agreed to give Zhangju a month if he still couldn't handle it. Then it was time to scram. Fat Tiger was in the company, and the money Yuncong found got tossed back his way, and he even treated his friends to a big meal. As for those extortion photos, Fat Tiger could toss them however he wanted. His reputation was already in the dumpster. At the police station, the black car info Jiang had asked about finally came through. See, it had been around the night he died. The owner had only gone to check because his mother lived nearby. What a stroke of luck. Surveillance revealed someone Jiang never thought of. A close friend of John Rui turned out to be a suspect. Jiang confronted him, asking if he killed John Rui. Jiang Yu remained calm. He recounted how John Rui had called Zhongzhu, Taizhen, and Fat Tiger that night, then told him to head to the Waiwudong construction site. But he had to return to the company for some reason, and Taizhen had already arrived. When Zhongzhu and Fat Tiger saw lights on the 9th floor, they decided to take the freight elevator up, but a loud crash suddenly echoed on the 4th floor. Taizhen hit the emergency brake hard, halting the elevator in mid-air while they all leaned over to peek, wondering what just happened. They hurried downstairs only to find John Rui lying twisted amidst the rubble. Yunhao rushed in to clean up, claiming he had killed the owner of the salt pay shop to erase all evidence. However, the police seemed to have caught onto the situation. He begged Zhongzhu and Taizhen to save him, clearly hitting rock bottom. However, the police seemed to have caught on. He begged Zhongzhu and Taizhen to save him. If you want to find out what happens next, please subscribe to my channel.